Yo, okay. Hi guys, appreciate you watching. Let's give out some information. I don't even want to do these lives on Friday, Saturday nights in the UK. Not only because I know everyone's busy and shit, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to put up on my YouTube channel, and if you guys can get information out. It's because it's so important, the information I'm learning, and I'm learning things so slowly, and forgetting and relearning, and thinking deeper as I go healthier and healthier and healthier. And guess what? Urine massaging is the shit, man. We all know that urine massaging is the shit, and we all know that people need the reasons. People that don't use it need the reasons to start doing it, and even people that do use it don't do it enough, like myself. We need more reasons, we need more benefits, we need more geek knowledge, we need to know why do we do things to health, what's it activating, what specifically is going on with the aged urine, what's inside the aged urine, why the aged urine massaging, why do I do it with my face, why do I need to do it? I'll tell you, I'll give you a fucking 10,000 reasons. I'll tell you the ones that I'm thinking of right now, so many, but as I put in the header, I don't want to miss what I put on the header. So, think about this. We all know massage is really fucking amazing for health. If you're going to sit here, we might be very divisive in the health community with, oh, dry fasting is bad. Some people don't like urine therapy too. Some people think that fruits are good. Some people think fruits are bad. Some people think meat is good. Some people think mad. And, there's all controversy. And some people think fasting long term is bad too. So let's all agree, and I'm pretty sure we all agree, dry massage, I'm calling it. Massage is very fucking powerful medicine for the human avatar. Yeah, massaging the body dry with your hands, whether someone does it for you or you do it for yourself. And guess what? You can massage over 75% of your body by yourself. Now that includes dry massage and includes what I'm going to talk about, aged urine massage. Did you know that? That's quite a lot of the body. The only part that I've seemed to figure that I can't do myself is the upper back and the mid back. I struggle with that. And maybe there's a way that you guys can teach me and I can learn how to do those parts. But for the meantime, 75% sounds like a good number. So anyway, when we do what we term in the urine therapy community, aged urine whole body rubs, just 75% of the body, which is a lot. Think about it, like go and Google dry fasting, dry massage, the benefits. Because when we do whole body rubs, we're getting all the benefits of fucking massage, of a dry massage, plus it's a dry massage, all the benefits, because you have to rub it in. Yes, the medicine does go in very quickly, because it's got urea in it, but it's highly absorbed compared to water, but you still need to rub it in a lot. It comes in quickly, but you still need to rub and rub and rub the same area to get the medicine. Also, for the smell factor, so the smell disappears. By the way, I've just done one, so I'm keen to talk about it, the urine massaging. So you just rub it and rub it. So you put some on your arm, spray, you have to rub it about 4 or 5 times, to get it in. When you rub it in, yeah, that's called dry massage benefits plus aged urine benefits. That's called the power of aged urine, which is fucking phenomenal, by the way, and we all know this. Maybe some people on YouTube just don't understand it yet. Cool. Better be open-minded, guys. It fucking is. You combine the medicine, aged urine, plus massage. What's more powerful than those two on an individual basis? When you combine the two, what the fuck do you think you're going to experience? That's number one. Okay, point number 2. The vagus nerve. Now, I'm very keen on this. I keep going on learning, relearning. The vagus nerve is the key to parasympathetic activation, which is the relaxation, the rest and digest system of the human body. The sympathetic is fight or flight, let's run away, the stressful one, which we need temporarily. But people are activating the sympathetic too long, and people have damaged, unhealthy people, and even people like me and you. I think I've got a damaged one, to be honest with you. We've got a damaged parasympathetic nervous system. How to relax the system, to rest and digest, parasympathetic, is you need to activate something called the vagus nerve. Now, there's a million ways we can activate the vagus nerve. By the way, I'm activating the vagus nerve right now by talking to you guys, because voice has the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve goes from the brain down to the neck and to the chest and to the gut. There's many ways of activating. Cold therapy, fasting, wow, really does activate the vagus nerve extremely, probably the most powerful of them all, apart from what I'm going to tell you in a bit. Singing, humming. Why do you think people hum when they're nervous? Have you ever noticed people hum when they're nervous? In public, people hum and even whistle when they're nervous. You know why? Because they know they're nervous subconsciously and they're trying to relax themselves. And when they whistle and hum, that activates the vagus nerve and relaxes them. The vagus nerve is relaxing, rest and digest. Also, there's a breath work called Brahmari, a pranayama from India, where you put your hands in your ears and go and do a hum. And humming relaxes the vagus nerve. Anyway, the point of this video is the vagus nerve runs from the brain to the gut. Now, any medicine you get into the system either here, the neck, the chest, or the gut, is going to activate the vagus nerve. So when we do the whole body urine rubs, or even just decide to say, hey, I haven't got all the time in the world, I don't want to smell too much, I'm just going to do it on the face today, I'm just going to do it on the neck today, I'm just going to do a little bit on the tummy today, I'm just going to do it on the chest, all those areas from the gut up to the head that you spray aged urine on, guess what? It activates the vagus nerve. Why is that important? Because as soon as the vagus nerve gets activated, the breath slows down, number one, when the vagus nerve is activated. Number two, when the vagus nerve is activated, negative ion count goes up because your antioxidants, which is another word for negative ions, goes up majorly. So we've got a lot of things going on. When breath slows down, that's all healing medicine in itself, right? So if you want to activate the vagus, how do you activate the vagus? Oh, simple. Massage the head full of the vagus nerves. Full of the vagus nerves for the social factor. Because vagus nerve is rest and digest. It's socializing. It's effectively the socializing nerve. You know, we relax by socializing, and the facial features for socialization are all here. That's why we need relaxed eyes, relaxed muscles in the face to socialize properly. And how to relax them? Activate the vagus nerve in this area. Vagus nerve generally, but vagus nerve anywhere you activate the. If you activate the vagus nerve in the gut by rubbing just your belly of aged urine, you're going to activate the whole body's going to slow down. The whole vagus nerve gets activated, and your face is going to relax. If you do it in the. What I'm trying to say is though. That's a key point I'm making. The vagus nerve is the one for rest and digest and for maximal healing. People, you look into polyvagal theory, very fascinating subject. I know it's one that I fucked up. Another one, Peace Levine, read him. It's trauma. Trauma is the opposite of it. Trauma is vagus nerve damage. How to heal the vagus nerve? One way, activate the vagus nerve. Best way to activate the vagus nerve? Fasting. And number two, aged urine. On the vagus nerve, on the gut, on the chest, on the head. Wherever you do it, it's going to be powerful medicine. And I think I wrote a third point in the header, but, oh yeah, another one. Yes, I did. Another one I thought of. Well, guess what? We all know that aged urine is fucking powerful parasite cleanse when we put it up the bum, right? When we put, even if we drink it, more so we put it up the bum. Because up the bum, you're getting direct access to an enema or even a little syringe like I use. I haven't done it in a while, actually, but I just know this is a fact. The aged urine, hear stories all the time from my friends on Facebook and stuff. You put the urine up your bum, aged urine, and it will clean out the parasites and the candida. That's really important. People have got lots of candida, even as healthy people. We've also got lots of parasites. It's a never-ending game. You're never going to get rid of all the parasites. You're going to do your best, though. Point is this. Another way we've got to think about many ways to do things, right? To help remove parasites if you're either too scared to do aged urine up the bum. Aged urine, not fresh urine I'm talking about. Fresh urine won't do much. It'll clean, but it won't get rid of the parasites. So aged urine, if you're afraid to do aged urine up the bum, and if you want to tackle this parasite problem, which we all have, more, yes, carry on with aged urine up the bum if you're doing it. If you're not, then we've got another way of doing it. We're getting aged urine into the gut, to the small and large intestines where it's needed. Well, guess what? If you massage over the gut area, yeah, that aged urine is going to seep into the gut, because that's how it works. The aged urine is so powerful. There's a skull here, right, before it gets to my brain. When I put the aged urine over my head, it seeps past the bone skull and into the brain. How do I know? Because I can feel different on meditation. My pineal gets decalcified. I get a lot of experiences that tell me intuitively, so many, that when I massage over this area, it's getting past the bone. So what do you think? You massage the gut with aged urine. Do you think maybe if you massage the tummy, where the intestines and the gut is, if you're going to massage that with aged urine, do you think that might get into the gut, the small, large intestine? Do you think that aged urine that you do, and especially if you do a lot, if you do it once or twice, a little bit of medicine, one or two little rubs, you're going to get a little bit of medicine. If you do like 10 to 20 rubs over your gut, yeah, spend like 2 to 5 minutes. Oh, 2 to 5 minutes, too long. Oh shit, I don't have 2 to 5 minutes of my time. Oh, well, okay then, fine, keep your parasites, bro. But, yeah, if you spend 5 minutes or whatever, over time, the more you rub your gut, because we're talking about aged urine massage is localized medicine, and it's also systemic, which means it works on many levels. Like I said, systemic because it's going to get into, okay, fucking hell, this is going to be, I apologize guys, this is going to be a geek one. I'm going geek today, I'm going full on geek. Now, localized and systemic aged urine whole body rubs, or aged urine to a specific area, it's localized because, say I do my hand, it seeps into the skin and the dermis and the epidermis and the lymph directly underneath the areas that I rub. So if I rub the whole body, I get into the whole one. But essentially the part of my arm, it's localized that, right? So if I did it over my liver, for example, or my pancreas, or my spine, it's going to get into those areas, the liver, pancreas, spine. If I do it over my gut, it's going to get into my gut, localized. But it's also systemic, which means that it activates the whole body if you do a little bit. For two things I can think of in my mind. For example, I've already talked about, if you do the face, for example, the vase holds the vagus. The vagus is from the top to the gut, so it activates the whole vagus. But more to the point, what do we have in the system? We've got a lymph system, which is whole body. We've also got a blood circulation system. Oh, that's kind of important, the blood circulatory system. So when we've got the blood circulation, once we do enough of the aged urine rubs over a particular area, say I do my arm 4 or 5 times, that eventually is going to go, that medicine is going to go from the skin, top layer, epidermis to dermis, into the, past the lymph, and eventually past the fascia, past the muscle. Some of it will get, some of it, don't get me wrong, 5-10 rubs, some of it will stay in the dermis, the upper dermis. Some of it will stay in the fascia, in the muscle. Don't get me wrong, it will, and the lymph. But some of it also definitely, again, from intuitive knowledge, makes sense, and what from I hear from other people, it gets into the blood circulatory system. And when any medicine gets into your blood circulatory system, guess what happens? It goes everywhere around the body. So now you've got aged urine from massaging into your blood circulatory system. So once it gets into the blood here, it goes all around the blood, here, the whole body. And not even that, if you want more fucking geek shit, you think the blood circulatory system is deep, don't you guys? I bet you do. I bet you think the circulatory system is fucking deep in here. Well, I'll tell you what, there is capillary networks of blood, get this, 1/10 of a millimeter deep past the surface layer of the skin. 1/10 of a millimeter. Holy fucking shit. That's why sunlight, yeah, these very low penetrating wavelengths of sunlight, which is blue, visible blue, purple, they have very low penetration. They can get into the blood because this abundant blood in the capillary networks, 1/10 of a millimeter. So what I'm saying is that it's localized and systemic aged urine. That's all I wanted to say. Just went around about there. It's everything. It's not just one thing. It's just, oh, I've just done it on my arm and it's just going to help my arm. No. It's going to get into your blood, bro. It's going to get into your blood and you fucking work its magic everywhere. You know, even though you want to do whole body rubs, just bear that in mind too. Don't just think you're just doing one area. You're doing everything really with these. So you want to do as much as possible, don't get me wrong. Yes, and third point, we want to be spending time on the gut for parasites. So either if you're too scared to do, if you're fine, too scared to do enemas, aged urine enemas up the bum, that would definitely be the best way, probably, if you want fast proficiency. But if you're too scared, or if you want to add on parasite cleanse, yes, definitely, logically makes sense. If you rub your belly with aged urine, guess what's going to happen? It's going to seep into the small and large intestine. And when the aged urine gets in small large intestine, the parasites do not fucking like that shit. It's not food for them, it's fucking danger and fucking run. Except they can't run because you just put it through your whole belly. You just got a shit ton of medicine, rubbed it in through the whole belly. They're fucked. They're absolutely fucked and they'll fucking hate it. Parasites fucking hate aged urine. That is the quote for tonight. Parasites absolutely fucking hate aged urine, trust me. You get enough aged urine in your system, you're going to see some major... I mean, I don't see it because I don't have issues with big parasites. I was never really unhealthy before I got into health. I was a little bit unhealthy, but never really 3 years ago. I was always a kind of... But I know, they fucking hate it. And the way to tackle the parasites is give them some medicine up the bum, direct in the colon. They can't run away from that. Maybe they could hide in the small intestine. Yes, because the enemas sometimes don't go as far up, and syringes definitely don't. But if you did the gut thing as well, rub over the small intestine and the large, fuck me. Yeah, that'd be crazy. So, to recap for you and I, let's go back. Vagus nerve activation. How to activate the vagus nerve. Very important to activate, cleanse, and to relax, digest. And ultimately, vagus nerve medicine, vagus nerve activation is slow breath. If you know somebody that breathes 3 to 5 times, 3 to 5 times, what, in a minute? That's just fucking low. That's because their vagus nerve is working really fucking well. How to get your vagus nerve working really well? A lot of ways, like I told you. My favourite top 2 most powerful, I know this from intuitive experience, the top 2 is fasting, not talking a lot, although that does, fasting and a longer fast, I mean, of 24 hours plus into water, dry, especially dry, and then also aged urine topically over, will really activate. Same with drinking, actually, any aged urine protocol will really activate the vagus nerve. But if you put it over the face, you're activating the vagus nerve for the entire blood, because there's vagus nerves here. If you activate if you do the gut thing with the parasites, you're also activating the vagus nerve, right? And one little bonus thing, which you guys already might know, that I did an interview with a very cool guy 2 days ago, which I'll put up at some point. The parasites, one of the reasons why they can control the brain is because the parasites in the gut is because of the gut-brain connection. We all know the gut-brain connection. They say in science that there's way more connections from the gut to the brain, 3 times more than from the brain to the gut. But also think about what I said about the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs from, the 10th cranial runs from the nose, the brain, to the heart, the gut. The gut and the brain are connected by the vagus nerve. So the parasites take hold of, one of the areas they take hold of is the vagus nerve, right? They really do. They fucking do. And that's another reason why when people have headaches and they do an enema, it just clears up straight away. A headache, one way of looking at a headache, there's many things for headache. One way of looking at a headache is parasites up there, right? Or parasites in the gut. And then it gives you a headache because the connection, the gut-brain connection, the vagus nerve and other shit going on. HPA axis, more than just the vagus nerve connecting the gut and the brain. But, God, this is fucking geeky. When we do the enemas, people say, this is very common, when people do enemas, they get a clear up of the headache that was previous. And people wonder, why is the enemas seem to remove my headaches? Well, one of the reasons is the gut-brain axes and the vagus nerve. The parasites are enveloped in the vagus, have somehow got, not somehow, they've got the parasites in the gut, invade the vagus. It affects the vagus for the whole fucking nerve system and the brain too. So how to get rid of the headache and any problems with the head? How to get rid of fucking hell. How to get rid of any Alzheimer's, dementia, brain diseases? You can go direct with aged urine topically, aged urine, drinking all that shit. You can go direct to source, or you can attack the gut and you can do enemas and shit to get rid of brain diseases. That's a huge one I just thought of right now. If you've got Alzheimer's, dementia, or you're worried about brain diseases, go for the gut, because the gut and the brain have such a fucking strong ass correlation. Do enemas. I don't think you can get a brain disease for enemas. I really don't think that. If you do enemas daily, every other day, with even distilled water maybe, with less powerful than the aged urine, but holy shit, with the aged urine, wow, you won't get brain diseases too. You see how amazing life is? You see how it's all connected? The gut, the brain, the fucking parasite, the aged urine, localized, systemic. It's all fucking magical, man. This life is fucking blissful. There's so much to learn. And God knows I've got so much more to learn. I'm just geeking out on really simple shit. Really simple shit that's going to make me, and hopefully you guys, get more to the aged urine massaging. Now today I just did quickly on my face. No, not quickly. 7-8 rubs, bit on my neck. My focus on the vagus nerve. Gut, head, face, neck. Most important. And my spine too. So complete vagus nerve activation to help slow my breath down, calm me down. So there we go. Alright, Amanda, no problems. Yes, Bailey. Parasites absolutely fucking hate aged urine. And we like things that, you know, we want to feed them. We don't want to feed them, we want to kill them. So, and it's a shame that people don't, it's a shame to me that people still don't understand about urine therapy, let alone aged urine. I get the aged urine a little bit. People they think, oh, fermented urine smells, I get that one. But even something basic as urine therapy, come on. I mean, how much do I have to keep going? How much do my friends on here have to keep going and telling you before you get it that aged urine and urine therapy with fresh urine is the most powerful fucking medicine on earth? You know, there's one thing I remember a guy saying, and I've heard so many times, raw foods is one thing, and it's great. But there was a quote from a guy, and I fucking loved it, and I shared it like last year, that urine therapy is more powerful than raw foods. Mic drop. Urine therapy is more powerful than raw foods. Now this is good for saving money too. Your own body is fucking more powerful than raw foods. Ha! Take that, fucking farmer. You fat fox. Okay. Cheers, Amanda. Cheers, Tom. Alright, that's it. Yeah, stay blissful and start aged urine massaging, man. Aged urine massaging. The only issue is the smell. And here's a tip for you before I leave that I got from other people, and this works because yes, it does smell. If you're eating wrong foods, which is anything but fruits, and not fasting, which is most of us most of the time, including myself, it's going to smell when it ages. But the way around that is you do it we're organic beings, so we absorb the aged urine very easily into our system. So the smell will disappear. The only problem is it takes like upwards of 6 to 10 hours for that aged urine smell to disappear. So the tip is do it at night time before you go to bed, and then when you wake up 8 to 9 hours later, there'll be no smell at all in your room or nothing. As long as you don't leak it on the carpet. Anything that, if it gets in the carpet, that's an inorganic substance, so it won't absorb into it. Yeah? Think about you go into the toilets and they stink of wee, because it stinks of aged urine, because people are pissing on seats that are inorganic. Now, if people put that aged urine, if you've got that aged urine for the toilet seat that's been there for like weeks, and you put it on your skin, it'll stink for like a couple of hours, but because you're organic, it will absorb into it. So, it does take time, and that's the secret. Do it at night time. If you're in a location where you're around people, if you're wild camping, great reason to camp, go and do aged urine massaging at night time too. But you can also probably do it other times, because you don't have to be around people. You can do it if you're in a forest, not around people. If you're around people, yeah, do it at night time. That's the secret, and the smell will disappear completely as long as you don't leak it, spill it. And it's a massage thing, man. It's like a little handle. You don't fucking spray that shit up the wrong way, and just put it into a being, and boom. And by the way, before I leave again, I just want to carry on talking here. I fucking love the smell of aged urine. Turns me on, man. That musky. People say that's musky smell. It's exactly what it smells like. It's the best smell in the world. I fucking love it. This is part of the upside down world. The smell that people think's disgusting and they hate, I genuinely fucking love. I fucking love the smell of aged urine. And Amanda, agree with you. Fuck this. It doesn't matter. It's beautiful. It actually turns me on. I actually think it smells nice. And I think it's two things. It's subconsciously. It's me knowing subconsciously. Consciously and subconsciously, I know the power of the smell. So it's that. But beyond that, I don't know. I fucking have turned myself into a freak. I fucking love that shit. Oh, it's fucking great. Anyway, alright. Cheers. Thanks for watching. And hope you got some value. And I hope this encourages people to do some more aged urine massaging and protocols. This is the one. I won't change this for 50, 100 years. This information will never get old. None of this information will never get old. Eating good food, fasting, aged urine. It's not ever gonna get old. Yeah, such a great smell, Amanda. I love it when people say they love it. Love the smell of it too. It takes taking back our power. I mean, the thing I struggle with sometimes? Other people sometimes. I've been around people with theirs, so that I've got my own barriers to overcome. Sometimes I get put off when, I remember I was doing the 7-day fast with John and Jack at Jack's house. And John was drinking it, and right after I could smell his breath, I was like, "Oh, that's disgusting." I was like, "Why the fuck you been like that, Harry? It's fucking medicine, man. Like, it's funny. We like ours, but often we don't like other people's. So I've got my own issues to deal with drinking other people's too. Although I do it sometimes if I get an opportunity. Anyway, I'm talking way too long. It's Saturday night. Go and have some fun, and enjoy yourselves, and rub yourself with aged urine instead of getting drunk and drinking alcohol and eating pizza, and have a good sleep, and or maybe don't have sleep, because the aged urine massaging will still be. Oh, the one bad thing. Let me add on to the aged urine massaging. Actually, this is good information. I'm going to put this in another video, but I'll give it to you for free. This information too. Aged urine massaging before night, or any aged urine protocols, in fact, just before night, before bed. People say, and same with me, it stops you sleeping. Now, I thought about this, and people say it's because, and this is true, it's because it's so powerful. It's got so many negative ions in it, and so much alkalinity, and so much oxygen from the negative ions, and so much antioxidants, and so much goodness in it, so much energy basically, so much life force that it will stop you sleeping, and because it's healing so much that you don't need to sleep now. That's one reason. One bad thing, not really bad thing, that you won't. The bad thing with doing aged urine massaging, which I've just encouraged you kind of to do at night time, you probably won't fall asleep as easily as that. But also, I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, one thing I thought about, which I haven't seen anyone in the urine therapy community talk about either, why it keeps you up at night time, is because the aged urine massaging people are collecting, including myself, for the massaging, is predominantly from my daytime. Now, people are not thinking about that urine has what? Vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and hormones. My aged urine that I'm massaging with is collected predominantly from daytime. So guess what? It's got daytime hormones like cortisol, adrenaline. It's got daytime hormones designed to keep me awake. So, maybe that's a reason why I can't sleep at night time. Now, I don't want to confuse people and upset people, because that doesn't mean you shouldn't do the protocol. I'm just making a point that maybe that's the reason why we can't sleep at night time, because the body's creating nighttime hormones, but you just taken something into your system full of daytime hormones at night time. Huh? Yeah, does that make sense? Alright, fucking leave you. Cheers, have a good one.